So this question is maximum profit in job scheduling. So the idea is pretty straightforward. So let's just jump into the example. So you're going to give in the three array. One is start time, the other one is another one is end time, and the last one is the profit. So this is going to be the first, the first block for the worker. So start time starting at 1 and at 3 with the profit of 50, and so they just write down. And then another one is 2, 4, 10. And another one is 3, 5, 40. And then the last one is 3, 6, 70. Cool. So based on these 4 different job, what you need to do is you want to return a maximum profit. Like imagine you don't sleep. Maximum profit that you can take, and no 2 job in the subset with overlapping. So your your end time cannot so this is the end time and this is your start time. So your end time cannot greater than your next start time. Cannot. This is forbidden. So this job and this job cannot take at the same time, right? So you want to find out the perfect schedule for you to work. And this question is really based on the algorithm about how you use the sorting and how you take the maximum profit. So you need to keep updating your maximum profit for every single job which is not overlapping with another one, and then basically just keep updating. So in this solution, in this question is what you're taking this one and this one together, so you get 120, and then in this one, what you could do is what take this one and take this one and take this one, and then this is the maximum, right? 30, 130, 250. Yes, that's maximum. All right, so let's hop over to the solution process. So how you should do the solution is once we collect every single job, into the array, and then we know when's the start time, when's the end time, and what's the profit. Then we're going to sort, and then we sort based on the end time. We need to sort based on the end time, and then we will have to basically, we're assuming, and then we traverse the array. So this is an array, and then we sort based on the end time, and then we traverse this array, and then we keep finding, the value that's supposed to be the maximum, and then we will just update it. So this is, the talking is actually really hard to explain what's going on, but this is the idea, and I would tell you when I code. All right, so first thing is for the structure, it's better to create a job, and then I will have in start time, end time, profit, and I will just initialize this in the constructor. Cool. And then I will just say list.start time equal to start time, list.end time equal to end time, list.profit equal to profit. So this is how I initialize each job, right? So job array, jobs, new job, and then the size is going to be based on the length, right? So the length is going to be the same, start time, the length. So like one little base case is if this array length and this array length or this array length does not match, you would basically return 0. But in this case, they are the same. They are the same. Right? The constraint is already telling you that you don't need to worry about the base case. Alright, so now I'm going to traverse. And I'm going to create a job for each index. Okay, once I have this, I have the jobs array, ready. I want to sort it. I'm going to sort based on the time, the end time, a dot end time minus b dot end time. And this is going to be increasing order. Okay. So again, I'm going to have a tree map. This is how I'm going to, keep putting every single job into the map and then keep increasing based on the profit and the end time. So the way to use tree map is, supposedly, a map is, tree map is sort based on the key, right? And by, the base case is going to be 0, 0. 0, 0 represent what? Like, it's going to be like you're starting from 0 and then your profit is 0. So your end time is 0, right? And then your profit is 0. And then for jobs, right? So I traverse the jobs array. So I'm going to say current money. That will be equal to map the flow entry based on the start time. That get value. Get value is what? Profit plus job.profit. So what does this mean? So imagine that your map, definitely you have 0, 0, right? But imagine this. Your start time is 2. And then you map the flow entry. You're going to flow your key. So if you have 2, then you will just get a 2. If you don't, imagine your map is 1, 0. But you're trying to say map the flow entry 2, then you actually get 1. Like this set. But you say get value is the profit. And then you plus your current profit. And then you want to, compare. If the current money, which is greater than the last entry, that get value. If this is true, then we add. So the last entry is going to be, so this is sort based on the key, right? So your last entry is going to be the last guy. And then map definitely know what is the last entry. So if you don't do it, let me see. Tree map last entry. And let's see. So tree map, you put 98, 100, and 130. Your last entry should be 103. And in this one is no by default because you don't have any element. So that's pretty much the idea. And once we have this, the last entry value, if the last entry value by default is 0, right? And then your current money is definitely greater than 0, then you want to just put. So it's going to be map.put the current time, job.end time, and then current money. So once you finish this, you will just return the last entry, get value. So in this case, you already know only if and only if your money, your profit, is greater than the previous entry. If not, then you basically ignore it. And then we already sort based on the end time. So we definitely know at some pattern that you will get more money than the others. Oh, anything else? Okay, so let's look at the time and space. This is time, this is time, and this is time. Time for this is all of n. Time for this is all of n. This is n log n. So this is going to be the worst case for the time. This is going to be a space. This is going to be the space. So the worst case is going to be all of n for the space. Alright, so this is going to be the first solution. And then you can definitely not using the job array. You can just using DP. And your first index, second index, and third index represent the start time, end time, and profit. So this also, definitely doable. But let me show you another solution. So again, in this solution, I'm going to talk about the DP method. So in job array to the array, and then n by 3. So I need to define n, right? N is equal to start time dot length. And then I will just basically traverse from equal to 0. And then I will have to assign a value. So start time, I, end time, I, profit, I. When I have this, I still have to sort it based on the end time, right? Oh, in this case, 1. So whenever I have it, I'm going to create a DP. And I'm going to just traverse the number of possibility and then return the last value. The last value is going to be the what? The maximum profit. So here's it. Let me show you. So I'm going to have, n row, 3 column, right? So in this case, I'm actually, 1, 2, 3. 3 column, right? So I'm already sorted, right? Start time, end time, profit. So in this case, I'm going to just traverse, one at a time. However, I'm doing the reverse way when I iterate every single row. So how do I explain this? Maybe it would be better just let me code it and then I will explain. So for hold on. By default, you're going to have the first value that you sort, right? So by default, the maximum profit is going to be the first the first one in the jobs array, right? So jobs is 0 at 2. So this is your first profit, right? You don't need to traverse. Like the first item after you sort, you got a maximum. So imagine this: you don't need to traverse the array. The first item is going to be the 50, and then it's supposed to be like the maximum at the current time, right? And then you know, like, okay, DP0 is a 50 for now, but you still need to traverse, right? Still need to traverse from 1 to the end. And then the next solution, the next iteration is going to be based on j, and then it's going to be represent I minus 1, and then j greater or equal than 0, and then j minus minus. So in this case, I'm reversing, I'm reversing back. So I have dp, how do I say this? dp DP represents the maximum profit for now, right? DP. So DP represents the maximum profit, but in this DP, I'm going to just, based on my job to the array, start time, end time, and profit, I'm going to just basically check, does my, so this is going to be I, this is going to be J. No, not that is. It's reverse, I and J. So I represent 1, J represents 0 in this case. And I'm going to say, oh, is my start time, this is start time. And then this is a J end time, right? Maybe I can change the color. End time. Is my end time less than or equal to the start time for I? If this is true, then we are not overlapping, right? We are not overlapping, right? And then in this case, you can say what? Plus equal. You can plus equal the profit, right? And how do you know the profit? Profit is this one, DP, right? So yeah, I will rename the DP array to profit later, but not now. So if jobs at J1, this is represent end time less than or equal to jobs at I0, start time. So DPI plus equal to DPJ, right? And then you don't need to iterate it again, because when you find it, you break the for loop, this for loop only. And then you want to DPI plus equal to jobs at I2. So this is a profit, right? We're not just adding, this guy. We also add in the current profit, the current traversal. And then DPI will just become the maximum either between DPI or DPI minus 1, which is the previous one. So once you have this, let me run it, submit. Okay, so, well, I don't care, but whatever. So here's it. This DP and profit. All right. So if you read like this, it would be easier. Profit I will plus equal to profit J, and then this will be, yeah, that's correct. So you're going to, based on what your current profit is, or your your previous, the prior one. So time and space, this is time, this is also time, this is time, this is all of n, this is n log n, this is n square. So worst case is going to be n square, space is going to be all of n, and all of n. All right. So let's go to another solution. And in this solution, I'm probably just copy paste. It will be easier for me to reducing the time for the video. 1 second. So I'm going to create a DP array, integer array, and then, okay, I initialize n, initialize my size of DP, I creating the 2D array, and also this is going to be what? The creating the job, and the start time, end time, and profit, and I'm going to sort based on the start time, right? A0, B0. Alright, in this one, I'm using the DFS to traverse. And then this is going to be the base case. So the base case is when the index, current represent index, should be a better name. If the index is reach the end, you basically need to return 0, like there's no point you traverse. And also if DP current is not equal to null, which means you find your value on your previous traversal, so you'll return the DP current. So this is something that you want to avoid, keep traversing. Alright, and then this is include profit. So what does include profit? Include profit is whatever, maybe let me just go to exclude profit. Exclude profit is you don't want to count the current index profit. You go on the next one. This is how you go on the next one. And if you want to include your profit, then you want to use your index, and then find out your profit, which is represent index 2. And then you have this, and then you want to go to the next one, the next one, the next valid one. It's not like a next index, but a valid job. So you comes to your find next. Find next will actually traverse to find what is your next job, and then when you find it, right, you're going to find out what is the the money for that one, and then you add. And then later on, you want to find out, at my current index, is include profit or exclude profit, which one is greater? And then you want to return. So this is basically it. And then it's definitely take time to understand. But this is the solution. And let's talk about time and space. So in this one, space is going to be all of n. Yeah, that's all of n. Time is going to be n log n, all of n, and this one is what you want to find next is what, all of n. In your DFS, you traverse what, all of n, right? All of n time. You increase your index every single time. So it's going to be n squared for the worst case, and all of n for the, all of n for the space, n squared for the time. So if you have question, leave a comment, and I will see you later. Bye.